And we are live. Yes. Hello, everyone. The reason I'm coming on a little earlier, I know it's only 7:29, is because I wanted to make sure that I'm live on all the platforms that I'm supposed to be in. Yes, we are live. And maybe, I don't know if I can share this on my story. Yeah, right now, live. Sorry, I have to do this. Oh my gosh. Uh, okay, let me do that right now. Yes. And how's everyone doing? How's your week? I'm so sorry. I totally missed out on last week, and I will tell you more about it. Why I did. It was all good. It was all good, and that's why I'm here right now. So let me just do one more, and I should be good. Just making sure that we are live. How's everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. I actually just finished watching also our mastermind, and it was full of insights on leadership, on perseverance, and um, we had some testimonials on how they reach a certain rank in our business and what happened and all the struggles that she went through. But here she is sharing what has happened to her. So it's kind of cool. I really love that. Okay, it's not letting me share, so I guess I wonder why it's not sharing. Anyways, okay, it is now. Just one share. Okay, just one more. Just let me look at something. Yeah, let's see if I'm live right now. Okay, wonder if it's not live. Oh, it is live. Okay, perfect. So we are very live. And before I came on here, actually, I spent a lot of time today just doing the things that I needed to do. And since I'm continuing my productivity hacks uh, for personal and for business and for whatever it is that you need, I had to make sure that today was also productive. Although last week was really long but productive, but it was too long. I Today was really good. I hope I am not. It says that my. Just let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Oops. So every now and then I see the signal. So you'll have to excuse a little bit of some of the things that are happening on the internet, the connection. But can you still see? It's already 7:30 here, but if you can still see my background, even though it's blurry, it's still very bright. It looks more like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 than 7:30, which is a little different, a little crazy, but I love it. I love it. I love where I live. I live in Bay Area. So today was really good. My main goal today was to make sure that I was able to prepare for this live. And so I was looking at some verses and looking at my own preparations for today and what I'm going to share with you about it. I was also, one of my goals too was to make sure that I was able to spend time with my grandchildren. Yesterday, I prepared, what you call this, pizza dough. I also cooked a little bit of the pizza, but I prepared pizza dough for today, uh, so that I can ask my eldest granddaughter to do the pizza. And I was able to do that. One of these days, you will see me come up with a video of how she was baking and all of that. She was really good at it. She was a pro. Oh, my granddaughter, she's like, I said, "Do you want to make pizza?" And let's go do it. She really loves her way around the kitchen too. So she had her hands all doughed up with flour and just, like putting cheese. She loved everything. I loved it. I love doing that. And then after making all the pizza and asking even my daughter-in-law to make her own, my daughter also made her own pizza. She also asked me to help her out, figure some lighting for her studio. So I had to model for her. So that was additional on my productivity day. And now here I am. Oh, so that was really good. But let me also just flex to you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that this was being shown. But anyway, so tonight we're gonna talk about getting more things done. I'm sorry, that was kind of a long introduction. Getting more things done within a short period of time, or especially if you don't have a lot of time, how you can get more things done as long as it's focused time. And I believe that that's the key. Even if it's just a short period of time, if you are really focused on it, if you have prepared what you needed to do for that day, it should be a breeze. It should not be difficult. It should not be a struggle. So I I prepared a few things here. Sorry, and I titled it "Getting More Done," especially when you have limited time to get it accomplished. Now, last week, the other week, or the last time I shared on productivity, I did say that what you do the night before in preparation is really key, so that the next day that you are focusing on having that productive day, you have a clear mind about it, and that you are focused on what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and not distracted, not with your mind not being pulled in so many directions, or not being worried, and not being present in what you're doing. Okay, because that's key in making sure that you are able to seamlessly, effortlessly accomplish your task. Sorry about that. Grandchildren trying to go to sleep. Parents know this. Uh, Whatever it is, the task that's in front of you, when you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared, full of joy, full of peace, and just ready to tackle things, it's easier to accomplish, and you get to enjoy the process for the most part. I mean, I think that's the most important part. You have to enjoy what you're doing. Otherwise, it's a burden. Do you agree? Put that on the chat if you agree. I have comments, so you can put in your comments, please. So the next two things that I want to share with you tonight would be so that you can get more things done after you've prepared yourself the night before. And that means you rested yourself well, not just sleep well. You not just slept well the night before, but that your mind was at ease, your emotions, whatever it is that's going on, you brought it over to the Lord and said, "Okay, Lord, you take over. Tell me what to do. Give me a good perspective on this, a revelation, so that I don't have to worry about it, and just provide what I need." So once you're prepared for that, you're ready to tackle the next thing. And what I want to, of course, there's that you have to do everything else that needs to be done. But before you get into the doing part, I believe that, are you going to say goodnight to me? So this is my granddaughter, and she's going to say goodnight to me. Say goodnight. Lola. Okay. Good night. Flower. Mhm. Mhm. Good night, baby. Can you close the door, please? Just give me one second. She was talking about the flower from the door. Good night, baby. Love you. So that was my. She was asking about the flower. So that was extra for you guys. Isn't she sweet? She's the sweetest. My grandchildren are the sweetest. I'm so blessed. Where was I? Okay. So I believe that before you get to the doing part, another thing that you can do, and I recommend this highly, so that you don't waste time and effort on what you're not supposed to be doing, is productivity hack number two, which is ask God for wisdom. Wisdom is different from knowledge. Knowledge is just uh, knowing what to do, or uh, information. Okay, knowledge is basically something you learn, but wisdom is different in that you get to apply what you learn, knowing what to do and doing it at the right time, or having that insight on what not to do, I guess. Oh, let me see the comments. So cute. Yes, my grandchildren are cute. Not me. I'm sorry. Okay, where was, guys keep interrupting me. Okay, good. I keep getting interrupted. Where was that? So ask God for wisdom, okay? And it says here, because, okay, let me just backtrack a little. Sometimes we think that productivity is making sure that we accomplish that big thing that we want to accomplish. But honestly, experience, and I've done this, I've done life for a few years already, so I kind of have some experience on this. Trust me, the big achievements that we want to reach are broken down into smaller parts, so that until we can get there. And if you agree, say yes on the comments, so that I can, so that I know that I'm not the only one who thinks like that. But it's true. So try not to accomplish everything all at once, especially if you have very limited time. Okay. Say all you have is like 30 minutes to an hour or 2 hours the most. Don't try to accomplish everything. What is the one thing that you need done today, just right now? Don't even think about tomorrow. Just right now, what's in front of you. And that's where I ask you to ask God for wisdom, because sometimes it's like 10 different things, but Lord, show me which one is the most important here, so that I don't have to waste my time, because otherwise you'll be spending too much time on the things that were not necessary just for today, just for what's in front of you. And that's why in James 5 1 5, sorry, it says, James 1 5 says, now if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives to all generously and without criticizing, and it will be given to him. God does not fault you for asking. In fact, he loves it when you ask him, because he can guide you. He can guide you when you do that. And he wants you to also maximize your time. He's the one who gave you time. He wants you to make good use of it, maximize its use. Um, and then another, so, and another verse here in Proverbs 2 6 says, for the Lord gives wisdom. So why do I ask you to pray to the Lord, ask him for wisdom? It's because he's the one who gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. From his mouth, meaning from his word. And that's why I love reading the Bible, because that's his word. And from reading it, just reading it, even though it doesn't seem like it applies to my business or it applies to the things that concerns me, And yet, as I read it, it gives me insight into, hey, I can actually do this. This is what it says. It says, come knowledge and understanding. A lot of the times when I'm stuck, it's because I don't understand what's in front of me. I I lack the understanding. And once I start understanding it, I begin to see what I can do right here, right now. So I'm kind of like frozen again. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit frozen from your end. Signal problems. So ask God for wisdom because He is the source of wisdom. And how do I get the wisdom? Read His word. It comes from His mouth, the knowledge and the understanding that we need. And God knows we need all the understanding and knowledge that we can get, especially when it comes to business, to critical decisions that we make, or the plans that we have, or trying to achieve a goal that will tremendously alter the course of our life. That's why we're trying to make those goals. We need knowledge and understanding. Don't try to do it on your own. Ask the Lord for wisdom. So for me, how this looks like, okay, ask God for wisdom. How this looks like to me, for example, as a digital business owner, we are also marketers on the online space. And part of what we do is something like this. We create videos and sometimes we use it for our ads, okay? And when I do that, of course my main goal is to come up with a video ad. Or for example, right now, we come up with a live like this so that I can share with you what I know. But I don't just come on here and just try to wing this. I don't just come on, uh, create a video, try to wing it, and not so very sure what my plan is, what my target is, what I want to say, what's my message. So part of my process is I don't just record the video right away. First of all, if I've done videos before, I try to look at them, see how they fared before. I try to study how their performance was based on the insights and all the uh, what do you call this? All the data that was collected for that, so that I know which one was more successful than the other. And then I study how I delivered that message in that video. How was my voice? How were my expressions? How was the message? Was it clear enough? So I try to improve on those things. I do take a look at what I put out there and look for ways to improve it. So after I've seen that, I write down what I have, what I want to say. I don't just think it in my mind. I write it down because to me, I think that's more productive because I don't forget what I want to say. When something comes into my mind, I put it in writing. I write whatever idea I have. And once that's composed, once I'm happy with what I have composed, I try to figure out when is a good time for me to record that video. When is a time when I'm not rushed because I don't want to rush myself. Based on my experience, when I'm making video ads, it takes me a few times before I can, or a few very many times before I can actually record a good one that's I think's acceptable to me and something I can put out there. So that's my process. And mind you, that doesn't happen in one day because I don't have the whole day to do all of that. So I break it down. I probably study my videos one day, and then I come up with my written message or what my notes are another day, and then I set up for the video another day. Sometimes I even practice first before I actually do the video. Like I try to see how I will sound, how it would sound better. So I do trials, video tests. I test videos first. And then when I'm kind of confident, more confident about what I want to say, that's when I actually record the video, whatever I need to, I even plan out what I want to wear, how I want to look like, where it's going to be shot, all of that. So for me to accomplish creating a video, and then there's the post production too, right? After I've recorded the video, so if there are 5 videos that I think are worthy of testing or putting out there, or just something that I can start with, I still have to edit that. I still have to put captions on that. I still have to come up with a text on that. And I have to think about where do I put it out, how much is involved, all of that. All of that is part of the preparation. It's not even the thing yet, it's not even out yet. And yet I have to do so many things. And so I break it down every single time on a daily basis what I can get done. Because that's not the only thing I do. I still work very part-time. I still love helping out with my grandchildren. And then we have a team that I kind of help uh, with whatever they need. And then we meet up. And then there are other things that I attend to. I also make sure that I get the chance to learn more about other things involved in the business, like conferences or any free masterminds that I can attend to. I do that. I do all of that, and on top of all the requirements for the business so that I can make sure that it's running even while I'm doing all these other things, that it's set up to be running smoothly, making sure I'm updated with what's happening in my business, right? Because it is my business. Say last week, I did tell you guys that I'm starting a new responsibility in our business community. So last week was all about getting the requirements for that new responsibility finished. And I did pass my evaluation. I had to uh, complete some forms, all of those requirements. I had to do all of that, including last Tuesday when I finished everything else with a recording that I had to pass to them. So all of that I had to do on top of all of my other events happening last week. So you can't really just focus on whatever it is that you're planning in one fell swoop. You have to kind of divide it. And that's where the wisdom comes in. The wisdom of God, like of the 10 things that you need to do, which are the things that you can do right here, right now, with this time that you have. And when you do it, just do it. Just go straight for it. And the Lord will be there with you, guiding you every step of the way. Now, I hope that's kind of clear as far as asking God for wisdom, because God loves to guide you. The Lord loves to guide you. He doesn't want you to do life alone. That's why he gave us the Bible, so that it's a manual for life. It's a manual for life. I mean, you get a new device You look at the manual on how to use it, how to set it up, how to maximize its use. And when it comes to life, and that includes whether it's relationships, family, business, employment, careers, the Bible covers that. Every aspect of life, it's covered. All the highs and the lows and everything in between, how we can not just go through it, but surpass it and really rule over whatever challenge we can have in front of us. Okay. So I'm almost, oh my goodness, sorry about that. So the next thing that the third part of this is once you've asked God for the wisdom on what to do the next thing. And I think I got this from Elizabeth Elliot, one of the famous authors. She said, "What after asking God, after praying to God, what's in your hand? What do you have? Do the next thing. Do the next thing. Don't do the next 10 things. Okay? Please don't do that. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just do the next thing. And then the next. Once you've done that, then the next. Just go from one thing to the next. Don't try to do it all. I don't want you to go crazy and try to do it all. I remember my business partner when she started, she tried to do everything that was on the training. And I said, girl, you're going to knock yourself down by doing that. Good luck. And finally she said, I can't do it. So I said, pace yourself. Just one thing at a time. That's that's more important than trying to do everything. Because if you do one thing and then the next, you get to enjoy it. You get to savor every moment. You get to learn everything that you can learn because you're so focused on just one thing, not two things, not three things. And I think I covered that last time with my story on Mary and Martha. It says here in Psalm 32:8, I will instruct you. God says, I will instruct you and show you the way to go. With my eye on you, I will give counsel. So, see, God's in on it. He wants to show us the way we should go. He will give us counsel. So, why not take it? Take it one thing at a time. I have a few. I put on a few verses on this one just to show you. Okay, this is just proof that the Bible is very relevant when it comes to us being productive. It never uh, recommends us to just stay lazy and not do anything. On the contrary, the Bible teaches us to be diligent, to work hard, but to work smart while we're doing it. It says here, Proverbs 69. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord determines his step, which in another version says, oh, sorry. People can plan what they want to do, but it is the Lord who guides their steps. So when you ask God to guide you, He will direct you. Sometimes you're thinking, maybe I should do this. And then the Lord kind of closes that part or it doesn't happen. And then He tells you, do this instead. And when you actually do that one thing that He's directing you, you say, oh, this is actually good because I really needed it for this one. So that's how He guides us. Okay? And it takes humility. Okay? Sometimes we think we know everything, but it says in Psalm 25:9, He guides the humble in what is right and teaches them His way. Okay, I'm sorry. Allow God to guide us. Let's be humble and say, I can't do this, Lord, on my own. You teach me, teach me in what is right, not in what is wrong. Okay, I am back. I am so sorry about that. Ooh, really? I am about to finish already. Just you've gotten to your 30-minute mark. Stop talking. But I'll finish. I promise I'm going to finish it already. The reason I'm saying let's be humble and allow God to teach us because He knows better. He sees the end from the beginning. If I know that somebody knows this thing better than me, I'm gonna completely follow his lead because he knows what he's talking about. I may have a little bit of knowledge, but if someone is an expert on it, I would rather follow him. So let's be humble and ask God to take us one step at a time. Allow Him to lead us. And He leads us through His Word. And by sometimes things are like rearranged for us. You know, when you pray, then God arranges everything so that He closes the door that you're not supposed to go into or do the thing that He closes that thing that you were planning to do. And instead, He directs us to say, this is what I want to do. Okay. And this is my last verse is Psalm 119, 105. The reason I'm saying just do the next thing, what's in front of you. It says here, because His word is a lamp for my feet. It's not a lamp for the highway. Okay. The lamp is just showing me what's in front of me. And I want you to just focus on that, what's in front of you, not what's ahead. Because that might actually make you worried and afraid, like, oh my goodness, I still have so far to go. Then just focus on what's in front, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. Before you know it, oh, I'm just a few miles away. Unlike before, it felt like I couldn't see where I'm supposed to go. So take it one step at a time, and then you can get more things done because it's focused, it's filled with the wisdom of God. God's directing you, and you are just doing one thing at a time. So that is my 33-minute mark. And thank you so much for bearing with me. Sorry about that glitch. And let me just show you what my business partner gave me for Mother's Day. This is my water bottle, and she put in there one of my favorite verses from Romans 8:37. We are more than conquerors through Him who loved us. That's our Lord Jesus. He loved us, and because of Him, we are more than conquerors. And this cool thing, see that? That's my QR code for my business. Yeah. But, ooh. So thank you, Cynthia, for this gift. So I hope everyone has a great week ahead of you. It's midweek right now. So I will say adios for now. Thank you for bearing with me. God bless everyone. If you have any questions, just put it on the chat. If you want to know more about the business that I'm doing, message me. I am here. I'm ready to help you out. I would love to show you how you can earn online. God bless everyone. Bye for now.